It is time for Emerald Eats, where we cook up some amazing food.
That's right. Today we are joined by Jackie Medill with Washington State Beef Commission. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to learn how to cook up the perfect steak at home. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. We eat a lot of steak in the Macmillan house here. And I don't have one of these. You say the cast iron. This is the way to go.
This is the way to go. And I will tell you that I cooked up my steaks this morning at about 6 o'clock in the morning. My husband came down and he goes, "You smell like steak." And that's how you keep the magic alive.
That's right. It's a perfect perfume, right?
It is. So who doesn't want steak at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me about some of your sides. As your resident vegetarian here, I got to know all about these yummy sides. You've got a special something here.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Like when you're making a meal for the entire family, you want to be as inclusive as possible in the complete meal that you're making. So it's why I think cast iron cooking is a really great way to prepare your steak as well as vegetable sides, and really, you know, could kind of create a great spread that everybody can be happy with. So what I've done today is paired our steaks up with a whole bunch of beautiful vegetables. We've got roasted cauliflower.
Look at this.
We've got some roasted eggplant. I love this for this time of year because it's kind of like a, you know, like a grilled charcuterie, but it's like a oven roasted everything.
That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a charcuterie board.
It is. It's like a grazing board, I guess. It's not really charcuterie. It's a grazing board, but it's oven roasted everything. We've even got, fire roasted peppers in there. And a really fun way to serve this up is I did a big platter, if you're entertaining, but you can everybody can make their own bowls, right?
I love this.
So
this is beautiful.
You can put all your favorite things in there. These are all very kind of Mediterranean inspired ingredients. I love beef as the anchor there. You can take one steak and stretch it out over a whole family of bowls, which is nice when you're on a tight budget.
Absolutely.
But let's get to how we get you your perfect steak at home.
Yes. Now tell us, what are the cuts of meat that really work well here?
Yeah, so any of your classic grilling steaks are going to be a good fit for this kind of style of cast iron cooking. And hey, we're in the Pacific Northwest. We grill even when the weather's not so great. But I really love cast iron cooking. I almost do that exclusively for steaks, regardless of the time of year.
Do you use avocado oil over olive oil, let's say?
I use both.
Yeah,
honestly, I exchange pretty easily. You're just gonna wanna really, and you can see, I think the camera's picking this up there. You want a smoking hot pan. So you want, whatever your oil is that you're choosing to work with, you wanna get it to the point where it's really wafting, and you can see that the oil itself it kind of just starts to glisten. And so what I've got here is some classic grilling steaks. We've got a tenderloin steak. So if you're in a restaurant, this is called filet mignon.
That's my favorite.
Right,
Yeah,
tenderloin is one of my favorite. We have a sirloin steak, super lean, still very tender, much like the tenderloin. And then I grabbed a tri-tip steak. This is kind of our value steak. You've probably had like a tri-tip roast on the grill, right? And so this is just that same kind of very triangular tri-tip cut of beef cut into steaks.
So if we're being budget friendly, we'd go with this middle option.
Yeah, the tri-tip and the sirloin at my grocery store last night were about the same price per pound. The tenderloin was about twice as expensive.
Yeah.
That's pretty common.
All three are really great, though. I mean, really.
They're wonderful. They have really great flavor. They're very tender, and they're super lean. So we've got this smoking hot skillet. I don't want to splatter your...
Ooh.
That's okay. Colin can get splattered with hot oil. That's fine.
We want to be very careful. So you can really hear that sizzle. We're going to make sure that we've got a decent bit of oil in under that skillet. I like a deeper sided skillet just like this one because it is going to splatter a bit. So you really want to be careful. Also, this handle is extremely hot, so don't be tempted to give it a zhuzh.
That is a good tip.
Don't grab that. So we're just going to set that steak and we're going to let it be. I prefer, personally, to season my steaks after I cook them.
Really?
You can put a nice crust or a rub or anything that you would like for seasoning on your steak before you cook it. I just, personally, I'm a salt and pepper kind of gal. I like it simple. I like salt and pepper on my veggies. And then I add fun accessories, if you will, to the flavor. Flavor accessories. So you can cook any of these three steaks exactly like this. What we would do is we'd give this a few minutes on this side. We're looking for a Maillard reaction to happen. So that's when anything turns nice crispy brown. That's the flavor magic. It even happens with our eggplant and our cauliflower when we're cooking them as well. So that is when kind of that magical flavor change happens. And then we would flip this after a few minutes and slide it into a piping hot oven. I'm looking for like 450.
Okay.
So hot oven. Open your windows, turn on your vents.
It's definitely something I have to do anytime I'm making steak at home. Open everything up. Okay. And
I cook for a living, and yet I still manage to set off my fire alarm pretty regularly.
Timing-wise, what are we looking at when we're searing and then baking?
Yes, exactly. So you're really just looking for this guy to pick up that nice bit of flavor. That's kind of your timing. It's going to be a couple minutes. We don't want to fuss with it too much. But, so that what, we've been talking for about 2 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's time to turn this bad boy over.
Yeah, it's
And
perfect,
you've
right?
got that really pretty,
so
again, that really, we don't want to splatter our cameraman, that really pretty caramelized brown. We flip it over, and pretty much when we flip it over, we slide it into the oven. It's going to be about 10 minutes for a thicker cut tenderloin like this. What you're looking for is to bring that steak up to about 125 degrees in terminal temperature. So definitely use a meat thermometer.
Okay.
That's not quite done. We definitely want to let it rest afterwards. And because this is a thicker steak and it was in such a hot oven, it's actually going to continue cooking up. So this is one of the secrets that restaurants use is they pull and they rest their steaks a little bit early. And that's why they're that perfect pink when they make it to your table. So you want to pull it a little bit early, put some tin foil over the top, set it aside, finish setting the table, set yourselves up, and then you can have kind of the perfect steakhouse steak at home.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to let Maria be classy, and I'm going to pick it up.
You're going to use your
I'm gonna pick it up with my hands.
Oh my goodness. Jackie, thank you so much for joining us today. This is amazing. And we've actually posted these recipes on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
And if you have a restaurant or bar that you think we should feature on the show, definitely let us know. You can send an email to studio13live@fox.com. We'll see you tomorrow.